Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot, and welcome to our weekly pick a card reading. So we're going to get some advice, messages, and guidance for this week, and I do hope that hopefully this week I'll have a little bit of more time to post an additional topic, but it's been a little hard with my schedule. So first of all, happy Cinco de Mayo. I don't know if you guys can tell, I tried to represent the flag with the green, white, and red, and the supposed to be an eagle, but yeah, so those are part of the options. So you can't really tell, it's a little dark, but yeah. So I tried to represent there. And here we have a new oracle deck. So a very special thank you to Yoriko and Chika. Yoriko sending me this as a gift, and Chika is the creator of this oracle deck. Here is the box. This is all the way from Japan, and the name of this is the Mannaca cards, but the English literal translation is cards to accompany you in your life at the heart center. And I'm gonna laugh because I'm gonna try to say it in Japanese, because I told Yuriko that I wanted to, you know, make the Japanese viewers feel special. So I believe it is Jibun no mannaka wo ikiro, anata ni yoriso kado. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I said that way wrong, but I tried. So here's a little insert, and she gave me the English translations, and I honestly really love this. Some of them were like, you know, really short and sweet and stuff and to the point, but they're very profound, very beautiful. And I will let you know what yours says and what it means later on, but I'm not going to list them in the timestamps because I didn't want to get them incorrect, and I didn't want to like tip it off. So you can choose by the crystals, okay? So, oh, and by the way, I will link Chika's YouTube channel. She does readings as well, and I'll link that in description in case you want to check out her channel. So we have here group number 1, malachite. And this first card. We have group number 2, white onyx. And this second card here. And then we have the bird totem. And the third card. And then we have carnelian. And the fourth card, okay? So take as much time as you need. You can pause the video, whichever one you're called to the most. And whenever you are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, malachite, and this card here. I'm not sure the order I want to do this in. I may do this first or last, actually. Spirit, this reading is for group number 1. Please and thank you. Let me see. Maybe I should do it first. Let's see. Okay, so I just had to get the placement here. So this is number 16. So I'll just say, I mean, to me, this looks like an angel. I could be wrong. But this is number 16, and it says, you're being supported. Oh, sorry. Number 16 is right here. You're being supported. Someone is reaching out to you. So it's very cool, very, even like mysterious, actually. I don't know if you guys did watch my pick a card. It was kind of recent. And I said, what psychic communication is trying to get through to you or something like that. It's like a few videos back. So number 1, you're being supported. So this week, I really feel that is very true. That spirit is supporting you, even could be your guides, even could be people in your actual 3-dimensional life. And if it's relevant, yeah, someone might be reaching out to you this week. Again, it kind of sounds like mysterious. I wonder who that could be. Spirit, what do they need to know, please? Just into this week. Moving forward, what energies are coming towards them? Let's just get a brief look at self, and then I'll get the outer world. Spirit, for group 1, malachite, the angel. What do they need to know, please? For group number 1, what do they need to know? What's coming towards them this week in self? So there's a lot of happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction this week. So that does, wow, this does really sound like you are being supported. So we have the 9 of Cups, we have the 2 of Cups, you have your angel right there. Yes, this could be a week heavy with synchronicity and with like angel nudges. Again, I'm not sure if this is a 3-dimensional message as well, because obviously it could be, but I just really get heavy angel vibes here. So they might be physically nudging you too. I don't know if that's ever happened to you guys, It actually has happened to me. And when it did, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. But when I understood, I'm like, oh, okay, they're trying to nudge me in the right direction, literally. It was really cool, and I felt supported. So I do feel like you're gonna feel very good about that this week. Generally about the path that you're on. Now, in terms of the type of support, they may be trying to support you specifically in a decision this week, but this is going to be completely up to you, the Two of Pentacles here. So you're really not being pushed in either direction. I think they're trying to get at, they will support you no matter what you choose. So what do we need to know? So my guess would be that obviously the decision here in terms of the direction that you take, just make sure that it's a path of your actual higher good, your happiness, your prosperity, something that's going to make you feel genuine sense of light and joy, and not something that just kind of seems like it would benefit you, whether it's the expectation or just something more surface level. Whatever this is that you decide this week, they're saying Wednesday with the Two of Pentacles for a good 90% of you. Some decision, some kind of thing is going to occur on Wednesday. Even though this is the area of self, they did kind of spill the beans there. And I feel like generally the outcome is going to be positive. I don't really see that there will be a problem with this decision or moving forward. Generally, we're looking really good. And again, it does go back even to the first card that you picked, is that there's so much support here. And you probably do know on some level, you know, like, you know the path ahead, you know what decision to make. I was just trying to look at this and see if there was another decision. I'm kind of feeling an auditory message, so kind of look like some type of a being or an angel singing to you sweetly, you know, just trying to give you a message. So if for those of you who have clairaudience, there could be definitely something there coming through that you're hearing, even like a high-pitched sound. Others of you could be through music and lyrics. If all of a sudden a song pops into your head, yes, it could be on the radio or the, you know, the whatever, like a device, but I think that you can even hear it just inside of your head as well, and you start singing it. And then if you look up the lyrics, you're going to see that it has a very special meaning. Spirit, is there anything else that you want to tell them for the area of self, how they're going to be feeling or doing, or any other advice just for self before we get their outer world? Thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, group one, honestly, this is looking really good. They're giving you the green light. They're saying go ahead. I'm not sure if you're just naturally feeling good this week, or there was something that happened, but it does look like there's this overall positive energy. There's a momentum, there's direction. Again, there's movement. With the Three of Cups, it goes exactly back to the first message, that you're being supported. I really feel like there's a connection with the two decks. So yeah, I mean, whatever it is, if you are deciding something and you were feeling a little bit hesitant about it, just, you know, Spirit is just telling you go for it. If you're still not sure, that's okay. You don't have to rush yourself. Just always follow your intuition. And you may want to directly consult with your guides for this, whatever that might be. But again, really positive energy. So I don't know if you guys saw my post, but yeah, for some reason, last week or so, or maybe a week or two ago, the energy was insane. Thank you so much for those of you who responded and talked about the astrology and everything. It's just nice to know that we weren't alone. There's so many people experiencing that. Spirit, this is for their outer world. And it looks like it's gotten better. Spirit, moving forward, what energies are coming towards group one in their outer world? Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with the Ace of Cups. And you had an ace just earlier. With this Ace of Cups, they're saying that there's healing. Your situation is becoming healed and more balanced, and there's like the smoothness to it. Now, this, again, looks really similar. You have these wings and this soothing peacefulness. And remember I said that the angel is going to kind of be singing or doing something kind of audible. We actually have here, you actually can't really see it too well, but here, I believe those are bells. Teeny, tiny, tiny bells. So yeah, there could be something there. I do think that you're going to be confirmed in some kind of an intuition this week. Again, whether it's about, a decision, or just generally your path and what you're focusing on. Spirit, moving forward, what do they need to know about this week in their outer world? Anything? There is a stability, a sense of safety, and being provided for. So again, I feel like this is always good news. I think that this is basically just saying that it's going to be a stable environment for you this week, a stable energy in a general sense. I'm not really seeing any issues there. Is there any other advice or anything they need to know about? Anything kind of just to be aware of? Okay, so what does this mean, please? Thank you. 5 of Cups. It does kind of feel like you have the energy of waiting for something a little bit, but I did mention that it was middle of the week. It seemed like something was shifting. So what do they need to know about this? What's causing this? It could be all internal, where I think it might be a doubtful energy. The Queen of Pentacles looks very provided for, but I believe at times she might be kind of worried about not receiving something, and just kind of in, like, if you're in your head too much, for example, then it can start to get to this point where you feel that sense of doubtfulness. So I'm not sure if that's what you're experiencing, but it does look to me like this could be just more of a mindset, especially 8 of Swords. So is there anything in their outer world that's causing this that they need to prepare for, please, for group 1? Actually, it's really saying no, because the 2 of Wands is more speaking about the future. And the bottom with the star, it kind of also feels like it has to do with your wishes and your dreams. So if you do start to feel a little bit of that negative energy, it might be because you're wanting something, missing something, longing for something. And that's okay. Obviously, we all do that sometimes. But try to reverse this. So the advice for this... The advice for this is try to transmute that negative energy or feeling into a positive by always putting it in a perspective of gratitude. So looking at what you have right in front of you, being very present, expressing, verbally that gratitude for whatever you have here and now while you're working towards other things in the future. What else do they need to know? What's coming towards them in their outer world this week? Anything to know about? Yeah, so things are moving forward here. You're kind of just taking steps, or it's just sort of moving forward in a stable manner. Could feel a little bit slow at times, of course, with the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, in a general sense, in your outer world, there's really not going to be too much out of the ordinary happening here, which is probably a good thing. Internally, you're going to be feeling really good about something, but your outer world is not going to be really interfering in any way. I do kind of see like a sense of quiet. That might be good. Maybe some of you are even taking a break here and there. And the King of Cups does look to me stable, because usually it can go up and down. But I do think that for the most part, emotions are stable, events are stable. Spirit, any final messages about 5 of Cups and 8 of Swords in their outer world? Is there something that might affect them that they want to know about? It probably just has to do with something that maybe you wanted and are not currently experiencing or don't currently have. What I think that this could also be is that feeling where you might find yourself comparing yourself to others, because the Empress is like this vibrant, abundant energy. And again, it matches, but this is more of like in the future potential or something like that. And you can see here all of the security, the prosperity, and the sense of wholeness. Now, that this doesn't mean that you're not going to get there. It just means that, maybe you're starting to think about in the present moment, basically everything that you don't have yet. But in reality, these things build, and eventually you will accumulate all of that. So just be aware. Is there any other final advice for them, group 1? Remember, you're being supported, and someone is reaching out to you, is what the Oracle card said. I do recommend to work with your guides more closely this week. And that's it. Page of Pentacles, it is showing one step at a time. So instead of 10 Pentacles, we have the 1 in the Page of Pentacles, where the page is holding it up just like so hopefully, and kind of in a dream state, kind of like this dreamy state where they're envisioning something, So the outer world, again, like I said, is not really striking me in any kind of way. Maybe it's just going to continue forward. Maybe you're just thinking more about the future. Again, maybe taking a break. I'm not seeing any issues with any people or events, which is a good thing. And like I said, you know, just an area of self, you were looking very happy, very prosperous, and hopeful. Final message, thank you, about anything. So your final message is pretty clear, Group 1. They said it again, and they said, don't worry. Do not worry. Remember, you're being supported. They keep saying it. You're being supported. So do not worry. Just really give yourself time to achieve all of these future things. It is working out. It is taking one step at a time, but it is working out, and it's stabilizing, okay? So thank you guys so much. That's all I have for you for today. It's, oh, by the way, this is the last day to sign up for my class, the How to Read Tarot Cards class. I forgot to mention that in the intro, so I'll leave the link below. If you want a personal reading, the link is also below. Thank you once again, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is the white onyx and this card here that I will say looks like a heart. I don't actually have the names of them, but I do have the meanings. Oh, actually, so I am going to get for you the meaning first. Spirit, this reading is for group 2, white onyx heart group. What do they need to know this week? Thank you. So you guys got this card, which is number 39. It's right here. The important thing is simple. You know the answer. I really love how they sound like so like profound and mysterious. So it says, you know the answer. It's simple. What is important is simple, and you don't even really have to think about it. So basically, you know, to me, like, I'm just kind of matching that with the heart. So if you guys can tune into your heart center right now, what is it that you feel is right? I would usually say something like the intuition, but I feel like more strongly in this case, it's your heart. What is your heart actually feeling right now? And if you are still confused, hopefully this reading will give a little clarity. Spirit, moving forward into just this week for group number 2, what do they need to know first in the area of self, how they're going to be doing and feeling? You know, I actually did get a little bit of a chest pain. I was like, I don't know if there's something bothering you guys. It's probably just me also, because I lit a candle. I had to blow it out. It was like too strong, and it started to kind of get to me. But let's see. Spirit, how are they going to be doing and feeling this week? Group 2, white onyx. What do they need to know this week about area of self? Thank you. Kind of looks like you're needing courage for something. You know, just sort of like amping yourself up and saying like, I really need to do this, or I can do this, and then you kind of just start on that path. Can you tell us a little bit here what energies are coming towards them in self? Yeah, that's what I think. I feel like you're very hopeful and encouraging towards yourself. I'm not sure what it is that's really motivating or driving you. It could just be that you want to do this thing or go after this goal or something like that. Similar energy with the previous group, and I kind of feel like this is a good week for something in terms of going after a positive goal or a decision. Ace of Pentacles there. Can you tell us more? What is your advice, or what do they need to know about this week in self? Well, part of what you're doing has to do with a new beginning, I feel. Maybe wanting to reinvent yourself, start over, some kind of rebirth for you, and the ending of a previous cycle. So with the Judgment card here, and the way that it kind of went higher up than the other cards, I do kind of feel like this has to do with your higher calling, but it's just the surface. There's a lot more here. Once you move towards this path, whatever this happens to be for you, you're actually going to see that this is going to unfold more and more every step of the way. So it makes sense that here in the Death card, it kind of feels like you're letting die the old self. I don't mean literally, you know. You're letting go, I should say. You're letting go of the previous self. So old beliefs, old ways of being, old energies and stuff like that, and everything is just blossoming. I don't know what this is yet. You might not know what it is either. Some of you might, but the angel in the sky here is kind of giving you that information and saying this is part of your calling, and we're going to start here. There's going to be more to it though. So again, going back to the oracle card, you know the answer. This is something very important to you in your heart space. Now, group 2, again, I'm going to mention the heart. Well, I'm going to mention the heart chakra because, like I said, I was feeling a pain and I'm still kind of getting it. So even if it's just me or not, I don't usually get this type of a sensation. So there could be a calling for a lot of you to do some healing of the heart chakra. I don't know if it's blocked or whatnot, imbalance. Please check out my videos below about energy healing and chakra healing if you need assistance there. Spirit, what else do they need to know about this week? Energies coming towards them in self. And final advice. Generally, it's working out for you and you are being supported, which is very, very similar to the first group. If you happen to know somebody who picked group 1, or if you also felt called to pick group 1, this card was also there. Well, actually 2 of them. So there could be some crossover messages. But the final thing I'm seeing here is that, again, you're being very supported this week. Generally, I see that you're completely in the right direction. You are able to more and more, they said something about lift the veil regarding some confusion or maybe a fogginess. You know, there's this shadowy energy that I can't quite see either, and it was affecting me too, and I couldn't really speak properly. But that is going to clear more and more every step you take forward. And they're being mysterious, but let's take a look at your outer world and see if they answer anything there. But we're looking good. I don't see any kind of issues there. So let's see if there's something you encounter. Spirit, moving forward into their outer world now. What do they need to know about this week? Are they going to need to be prepared, or what's coming towards them in their outer worlds? Outer worlds for group 2. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands, 8 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. This is still feeling kind of like a spaced out energy, and right now I am feeling very spacey. I thought it was me. I'm not really sure what it is. Our cards are forming an interesting shape, and my cards just follow the energy. That's why sometimes you see them in different shapes. So it's forming some type of like an arch or a bend, or even like a rainbow, like, you know, the way it has that arch. So I feel as though in your outer world, I'm really not seeing any significant issues. Maybe some of you are a little bit uncertain and unsure of something, but you're going to be moving forward. You're going to be rising upward. You're going to be kind of just really letting go and surrendering so that some positive outcome can happen. So is there anything else that they need to know in their outer world that is going to happen? What's coming towards them? I'm very out of it right now. I'm not connected. So maybe some advice there is to really ground yourself this week, even now, whenever you can, in the root chakra. So just to ground and reconnect, because I felt completely like I lost focus, totally lost focus. And yes, that happens to me all the time, but when it happens in a reading, I take it as significant. Yeah, so balancing yourself. I'm not really seeing any issues this week for you guys. I feel like there's good energy. I feel like for the most part, there's going to be balance. You're going to be overcoming something. You will have generally positive and supportive energy. So that's wonderful. But if you do feel kind of mentally like you're not feeling focused, definitely try to ground yourself. And you might want to also, I don't know if it's just the third eye chakra, but anything that helps you to feel more focused and present will be good. Anything else? Anything else you need to know about this week? Advice, messages, or guidance? This again, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so get grounded for sure is what they're saying. Go into nature, have quiet time. For me, I've been trying to do a lot of, I've been starting to use my phone less and have less background noise in my life, and it's helping me so much. I'm gonna start to read again, hopefully, and I did a little bit of writing too, and like the journal and stuff. So they want you to be grounded so that you can feel safe, so that you can feel clear-headed too. There are a lot of great essential oils and crystals too for that purpose, if you just want to look into it generally. I'll get a final one to make it even. Spirit, final message for group number 2 about this week. What do they need to know is coming? There's still a lot to happen after this week, because this Seven of Swords here, it's not that it's always a negative card, but it does look like there's a lot more to happen that will reveal itself soon. But this week, I'm not really seeing it as any kind of cause for concern. Again, I think it's generally going to be stable, and there's still a lot developing for you. Any final message about self? Definitely go for it. You know, whatever it is you feel in your heart, just go for it. But I do think that some of you might need to get to the point of clarity, of feeling clarity, before you can kind of move towards that goal. Okay, and finally we have the Page of Wands. Was that the same card from before? Yeah, I think it was. I don't know if there's like a lot of people too in your energy, because that's what this is striking me as when we start to get a lot of court cards. You have quite a few. So again, just try to ground yourself and to find some type of mental peace this week. Rest yourself, you know, rest the energies of your chakra. Like, try to do a cleansing of yourself and of your chakras and even your environment. As I'm doing this reading, group 2, I'm not getting much off of the cards, which is unusual, but I was getting plenty from my other psychic senses, you know. So I was getting physical pain in my heart. I was feeling spaced out. I felt like I couldn't speak properly, and I'm just like, what is going on right now? So again, my advice there is to definitely ground yourself, meditate, get some clarity, try to remove some of the noise pollution in your life right now, or energy pollution in your life right now. But there's nothing to worry about, okay? Going back to what the Oracle card said, it said the important thing is simple. You know the answer. So let's just let that be the focus. There's nothing to worry about. Just keep moving forward, taking some steps. If you personally feel like you struggle with getting focused and organized, I always tell people, because it's helped me, writing things down and just writing down your thoughts is going to help you to organize things and process everything. At least that's what helps me. So group 2, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm kind of like flustered. I hope it made sense. I kind of felt like I was rambling, but I hope some of this made sense. If anything, we can always, you know, maybe continue this in the next weekly pick a card if I do one. So thank you guys so much. I do hope it helped somehow. I've left the link. There's time's almost up to register for my class. I left it below, and if you'd like a personal reading, the link is also below. Thank you once again, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the bird totem, or the totem, as well as this card, which I will let you know the meaning of in after I shuffle. So Spirit, this reading is for group 3, our bird totem group. What do they need to know this week? Please and thank you. Okay, so you got number 14, harmony, coexistence, and own rhythm. Number 14. Okay, so I'm going to see how this relates to your week. I am going to get for you just the energies of self, and then see if anything in your outer world is of relevance here. Spirit, for group number 3, please, our bird totem group, our harmony group. What do they need to know in the area of self this week? Just how are they going to be doing? Okay, definitely an interesting week, I will say. Group 1 and 2 is generally positive, but I don't know if you guys have observed that something weird has been going on. Like, I can't explain it, but I feel like this year is really intense in so many different ways. So we have the Moon, the 8 of Wands, and the 4 of Pentacles. So these two cards together do interest me a lot, being that, in my opinion, they seem a bit opposite. The Eight of Wands is usually, let's move forward, all this movement and excitement and energy. There's like the fire energy. But then we have the Four of Pentacles to kind of say like, no, let's put a stop to that. So I'll see more energy. There could very well be a conflict of emotions this week for you, which is another reason why we might have the Moon card. I kind of feel like you're talking to yourself internally and trying to figure out something. There's like a shadowy moon aspect, but there's also this aspect of light. Now, again, going back to your oracle card, you got harmony, coexistence, and own rhythm. So I feel like this fits perfectly. I feel like this oracle deck definitely resonates a lot with me. And I think, again, I do think you're talking to yourself in a sense, like you're trying to figure something out. It's like your subconscious or your higher self or something like that is really trying to figure out where they can meet in the middle. And maybe you may not know that just yet. I feel like you're definitely getting there after, you know, some patience and some growth. The seeds are growing, they said here. Spirit, what do they need to know, please, moving forward in the area of self? Yeah, I mean, it's going to work out. We have the Six of Cups. This is a beautiful, beautiful harmony between you and yourself. So whether it's your inner child or any other version of you, I feel like that's kind of the whole purpose of everything, is coming into balance, that harmony, that yin and yang feeling, you know, our inner selves. So maybe, I don't know if you're still trying to decide something, but ultimately, at least, you know, within this week, there will be a good energy of harmony for that. Any other important messages of self? And then we'll get the outer world. I think that there was this feeling of needing closure. Group 3, I'm getting a very strong feeling now. I don't know if you've been dealing with a particular cycle for a very long time, but this World card is completely closing up powerfully a cycle, and you're moving on. This is a strong energy. I don't want to sell this short. This is a really strong energy within yourself first, and we'll see, like in the outer world, clearly there could be something going on. The Five of Cups, yes, could sometimes mean sadness and everything, but I'm seeing it more strongly as releasing. And yes, that can be a sad thing because we have to let go. So this is happening within you, and how it translates into your outer world could be any number of things, like you know, like starting a new chapter, letting go of a previous pattern or cycle. And this is just very strong. So this could happen, yes, at the end of the week. They said Thursday for a good 80% of you or so, where you're going to be feeling this way. And then I think it's going to feel sudden. I think that at first it's very moon confusing, sort of mysterious energy, but I think by Thursday or a little bit later, you will have perfect clarity. Something has come into the light and shined brightly so that you don't have to see through illusion anymore. That's what they said. Really wonderful message. I mean, it might kind of feel sad at times, but it's very powerful with the way that you were moving forward with that Eight of Cups. We had it again here. It's just showing that you're really just ready to move forward. New chapter. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, please, can you tell us what energies are coming towards Group 3 in the area of their outer world, outer environment, external, 3D. This is good. This is really, really good. We have harmony. We have balance. We have some type of support, celebration, shared joy even. Maybe that's talking about people in your environment too. So what do they need to know else about their outer world? What might happen? Any advice? They said work together. But you have to make sure that you're working with the right people, I think is what they said. So there's some battles going on here that more than one person has experienced. It's been really hard. It's been this tough, cold and tired battle for more than one person. So it's either you and other people involved. As we hit, again, I think Thursday, I believe, it could be Thursday for 95% of you. There's going to be some strike of clarity, even could be answers or communication coming towards you. So this Empress card, I don't know if this is representing a person involved, but to me it feels like someone here is taking a stand, taking power. Now, I love that this is connecting to the previous spread, because we got the Eight of Cups. This Six of Swords is, in my opinion, kind of like a counterpart to that. It's just very similar to me. And it does show that you're moving on from something and you're doing it with a sense of power. So here it's either because it was just your own clarity that you received, or it could have been from the outer world, maybe some answer in some way. But someone here just didn't want to feel tired anymore and they just wanted to move on. And I feel you are going to be doing this. I don't think you're going to be doing this alone either. But even if you have to do this alone, it's not going to stop you at all. Yeah. Okay, so is there any advice then? If this, anything at all that they need to be prepared for? Okay, so we do have this again, and now it's confirmed. So absolutely, we do see movement this week for you guys. In terms of the advice, though, the advice, I believe, and this confirms it too. If you are thinking about moving forward, now just one thing, the first thing they want to say is you do not have to rush this or do this in a way that's going to make you feel anxious or worried about it. First of all, I do feel like the balance will happen naturally, things will work out harmoniously, but you also can just make the decision or make this movement when you feel more balanced. So this Nine of Swords energy, obviously this is really not ever something that we want to entertain or engage in, because it harms us. So try to find that inner balance first, or work with your guides, and then if you feel you're ready and it's right, you can then move forward. But either way, before and after, there is going to be some type of balance. So I really don't think that it's going to be ultimately a problem for you. Is there anything else that they need to know or prepare for in their outer world this week? Ooh, chills. Eight of Cups again. Yeah. Please let me know what this is if you feel open to, because it's very interesting energy. You're just completely walking away from something. You're just so ready. I was going to say at first, like, you're so done with something, but the stronger message to me is that you're so ready to move on and move forward from whatever this was. Usually it's simply whatever doesn't serve us, but I'm curious. I'm very curious as to what this is. Do we have any final messages, please? So again, just going back to the Oracle message, harmony, coexistence, could just be, I feel like that's definitely talking about this balance. It's like all over here in your reading. They talked about balance. Own rhythm could be talking about just really doing something for your own higher good happiness, your own genuine happiness, and following your own rhythm of life. That's how I feel. That's how I take it, at least. Spirit, final message of advice or guidance for our group number 3. Thank you. So the advice, I kind of feel like the Tower is just talking about any kind of change. It could be minor, it could be a whole revelation, it could be a whole big move or shift for you in any form, any end of the spectrum. I feel like the advice is probably maybe just to kind of embrace it. I would say to just let this happen. Now, some of you, if you're not ready to do that, I completely understand, and that's okay. Just follow your intuition. But I feel like they want you to embrace this fully. Like, I don't even know how I don't know exactly how it's even possible to do that, to just embrace, things. It's a hard thing to explain. So in whatever way you're prepared to do that, they just want you to embrace it fully and just let this happen. So maybe we can say, imagine if we're literally in some kind of a storm and our instinct is to want to, to run away from it and to hide from it, let's say, just as an example. But maybe they mean embrace the storm, like let the rain just like wash over you and cleanse you. I don't know. I don't know if that's the best example, but they're asking you to embrace this and let this change happen, because, you're headed towards some peaceful waters here, or just like something, something new, something that really serves you. So I guess I will leave it there, a little mysterious, but group 3, if you want to let me know your thoughts and what's going on, you can comment below. But thank you guys so much. If you want a personal reading, the info is below, and registration's almost closed for my How to Read Tarot Cards course, but I'll leave that below. Thank you once again, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is carnelian. And I will let you know the card meeting. I just want to shuffle. Spirit, this reading is for group 4. Please and thank you. What do they need to know this week? What is your advice, message, guidance? Okay, so your card, this is the very, very first card of the deck, and it's right here. Number 1, live in the world you want to live in. Cherish your worldview. You will meet your people. Definitely sounds kind of like the third line kind of just makes me feel almost like a starseed energy, or one of the other spiritual beings. Like I've heard terms like indigo child, or like, you know, a whole bunch of different terms like that, light worker even maybe. Just that third line makes me feel like if you have trouble relating to other people, just really have that faith and you will meet them when the time is right. Live in the world you want to live in. I will get some information there for, you know, the area of self, but cherish your worldview. Basically, I feel like there's a lot of energy of just being completely who you are. You will meet your people. It's like the support is coming. Like, I think you're very unique, completely unique. And just sometimes it's hard for people to, not just that it's hard to meet people who you vibe with and who you get along with, but I think for people to really understand your perspective, I think that it's something about that. I'm having a hard time explaining it myself. But let's see. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, what energies are coming towards group 1 in the area of self, and then after that we'll get the outer world, self. Okay. So you're an extremely hard worker, and I see you working on something and you're continuing that process. This is probably not new for like a good 85% of you. If this is new for you, just get right on that track and it's going to be a very positive thing for you. You're very intellectual, I feel, group 4, and there's something about you. Maybe you just love to learn. Maybe you like to expand your mind. There's just something really intellectual and individual about you. So what do they need to know just for this week? What do they need to know in self? There it is. So the Queen of Swords, that intellectual mind. I kind of feel like this week is a prosperous week because I believe all 4 groups got the Ace of Pentacles, and it just feels like this new chapter vibe with either something very prosperous or a positive goal. But for this week, I think that you are having a very clear vision of where you wish to go and how to get there as well. Sometimes that's hard to do, to translate that. Any other advice, messages, guidance for this week in self? Lots of positive energy there with the Ace of Pentacles. With the 9 of Swords, I think it's very normal to worry and have anxiety about how things are going to go, about the future, about ourselves, that sort of a thing. But this is completely not going to stand in your way. I think it's going to overshadow, like your dreams and wishes are going to overshadow any worries that you have. And if anything, the power of these 2 cards here are showing us that this week you're actually going to conquer your worries. So I don't know if that's temporary or permanent, but either way, it's good news. We have Ace of Wands now. So clearly there's this new exciting, passionate energy, and it's supported by some vision that you have within yourself. Again, I just mention Starseed, right? There with the Star card. And I just think that your vision is very strong. Okay, any other advice, message, guidance for the area of self, or how are they going to be doing? Lots of good energy though. Yeah, in terms of the 8 of Pentacles, that's your strength right now. I think that your strength is just within your intellect. Some part of it could be just your plans, not in a way where you're trying to plan every single thing and make it go in that direction, but this is more like just really having a good strategy and method. And of course, you could be planning as well, but more so to organize everything and to, you know, honor that process. Any final message about self, please? Yeah, no, that's it. The Magician card, I couldn't help but notice you have another ace on the bottom. Lots of really vibrant energy here. So your final message of advice, we have the Magician. I think the advice is probably just channel your power. Because with all of this vision that you have, I mean, you have the clarity, and I did see practicality as well, especially here. So the Magician card is just channel your power, because you have the power. You clearly have the power to create something out of nothing, to create miracles, that sort of a thing, to manifest. So I'm not seeing anything get in your way. I'm really not seeing anything stop you. Again, going back to the Oracle card, live in the world you want to live in. I feel like it's also, to me, I feel like it's also create the world, create the life you want, that sort of a thing. In terms of your outer world, let's take a look if there's any things out of the ordinary, or just to prepare, just to kind of peek into that. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, what energies are coming towards group 4 in their outer worlds? Thank you. When I see the Lovers card, I get curious. Okay, so I did say outer world. Okay, so we have the Lovers, we have the 7 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Strength card. Okay, so this is for some of you, if it's relevant, there could be something going on here. If you are, this is just for those of you where, I'll get to the other half in a second, but this is just for those of you if you are dealing with another person, whether it's a loved one, a romantic interest, or a friend, whoever this is. It does look like there could be some miscommunication this week. If I'm not mistaken, we're still in shadow phase of the Mercury retrograde, so there could be a little bit of confusion. The thing is, though, there is a very strong connection here anyway, or there's strength within the soul tie anyway, but it kind of does look to me like there's a little bit of up and down energy with someone you're involved with, or associating with, connected to, that sort of a thing. Now, if that doesn't resonate, this could be within yourself too. This could be where you feel a little bit of fogginess and confusion with either making a decision or finding some type of inner balance, even though there's strength in your foundation. Now, what is the advice, please, in terms of their outer world? Yeah. What is the advice in this area? Group 4. Thank you. Okay. I love this advice. It's very simple. It's kind of just like, let the wheel turn where it may. The thing is, group 4, this seems to me like this is not entirely up to you, actually. And I kind of hesitate to say that, but it seems to me that there's something you're dealing with right now that is not entirely up to you. This does seem like it's a completely bigger part of a much greater destiny. And so for that reason, you might need to let your guides take the wheel a little bit here. In some ways, in a reasonable way. If there's something that you know you need to do and take action on, that's totally up to you, obviously. But there's something here in terms of the bigger picture that they just really want you to kind of just relax and enjoy the ride, so to speak. So the advice is to just keep moving forward, letting your destiny unfold. Spirit, outer world, is there anything else, cause for concern, or any kind of important energies, significant energies, outer world? Thank you. So we have the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. What's the advice or the message there? Thank you. Anything else? Actually, I actually don't see this as a negative thing, because I think that this might have to do with how much you're working hard on everything. So actually this week you're going to be continuing to do that, and it is going to eventually pay off. I don't know if it has started already, but even if it's just in terms of joy, it has already paid off in a lot of ways. So there's just one thing, though, with the 8 of Cups there. There could be an advice there in terms of, yes, it could be letting go of something, because you do seem to be walking away from something, maybe even traveling towards something. So I'm curious about that. But I feel like this is still pretty stable energy. What else do they need to know? What's coming towards them in their outer world? More clarity. There even could be some type of clarity in your outer world, in a sense of maybe there's communication happening, or you're communicating your truth too. I feel like that's probably more of what I'm seeing. Final messages about their outer worlds, group 4. Thank you. So this is the same as before, right? Because I get lost in the messages and I forget what's going on. So there could be some underlying anxieties and some fears, group 4. And again, it's perfectly understandable. But with this Ace of Wands, you know what I'm feeling from here? This Ace of Wands, this passion, this new beginning is completely overpowering any kind of darker energy. Okay, so when I say darker, I just mean, you know, stuff like negative energy and whatnot. But this Ace of Wands is overpowering everything, and it's lighting up like a torch. I'm seeing it in my third eye, and it's a torch. It's a brilliant blazing light, very powerful, and I'm curious what this is for you. So whether it's a passion of yours, or it's the excitement for the road ahead, or it's the power of some aspect of you and your talent, it's extremely powerful. I can't even, it's like, it's blindingly powerful. So hold on to that, whatever that is, just keep holding on to that. And if you want to continue to move forward, again, it's just a balance of having that power and passion, having that light, and then the practical steps to move forward with it, which is what we saw before. So it was really wonderful energy. So as a final thought, like I said, channel your power, channel that energy, and just get a little bit, just maybe to organize just a little bit so that you can feel a sense of that strategy, just like step-by-step approach. And again, as a reminder of the Oracle card, the last message was, you will meet your people. I feel like that's a really warm message right there, especially because we saw this card. So just as a reminder, if you're currently feeling kind of lacking in that department, or just lonely, or whatever it might be, just encourage yourself, remind yourself that you are meant to meet your people, and you will have that connection, that love, and that support when the time is right. Okay, so that is what I am seeing for you guys. I hope that this made sense, because I kind of got lost there in the messages. You can let me know below, but thank you so much. Sending you blessings, and if you want a personal reading, the info is below, along with the link for my registration of my online tarot course, which is almost closed. Thank you once again, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.